Hello, hello, and welcome. My name is Rita Fleming, and I'm your co-host today. I'm very honored and excited to be here with you all. So go ahead and just take a moment and look around at all the beautiful people that are here and turn to the person that you see in the screen next to you on Zoom and just say, thank you for being here, because it really is such an honor to be in this community all together. And turn to another person and say, thank you for showing up for yourself today. And yay. And you are safe to shine. So our goal for these Tuesday calls is to create a safe space for people to explore solutions to live their best life and open up options and opportunities that maybe we hadn't thought of before. And I'm going to share my story of why I'm so grateful that this opportunity came to me. But we're going to be sharing specifically today about the Purium business economy as an avenue for life transformation. So whoever invited you to this call, they did so because they care about you, your health, your happiness, and your financial freedom. And we also want to share with you an opportunity that can create even more of that in your life. So one of my deepest passions is helping people to live their dreams, make their dream life a reality, and give everyone permission to do so. So many people know me as a top leader in our Purium business and community. And I'm still blown away that over the last few years, my sister and I have been able to build an organization, a community, and a team that has impacted over 11,000 women and families to create generational health. So I'm really honored and excited about that. And as well to deepen their impact and bring their vision to life that they didn't even know they deserved. So, what vision is inside of you or waiting to come to fruition? But what many people don't see are the invisible ceilings that we all have to, that many of us have to move through in order to step into our greatness. And sometimes we have to face our deepest fears before we can touch our biggest blessings. And when I was a little girl, I was bullied for being too tall, too quiet, too creative. Has anyone here ever had a time in your life where you felt like the foundation dropped out from underneath you? Go ahead and just raise your hand if you've experienced that in your life. Yeah. And so during these years of bullying, I developed coping skills and I learned to be resilient and strong. And I became hyper independent. Who are my hyper independent folks out there? Raise your hand if that's you. Yep, many of us. And so I believed that if I showed vulnerability, I'd be seen as weak and bullied more. So I put up a shield around my heart to protect myself. Have you ever not asked for help because you thought it was a sign of weakness, or you believed you had to stay strong, or else things felt like they would fall apart? Yeah, a few of us in here. Yep. So as a teenager, I was rebellious. I followed my heart and I danced to the beat of my drum. And oftentimes, when I colored outside the lines and when I listened to my intuition, I'd often get reprimanded. And sometimes, the taller I stood, the person who wasn't feeling so confident that day would try and make me feel smaller. Have you ever had a time in your life where you felt disempowered for showing up in your fullness? If so, raise your hand. Okay, so we're gonna transform this. And I spent my youth standing up for the underdog, holding a mirror up to the beauty that I saw in them and fanning the embers of their worth, because I knew that if they could believe in themselves, they would speak more kindly to themselves. And if they were kinder to themselves, they would show up differently in the world. And instead of cutting others down, they would start to lift them up. And when I found this business community, this Purium business community, I found a safe space that for the first time didn't ridicule me for shining, but celebrated me for it. And when I tried to play small and dim my light, they wouldn't let me. And I got to face those voices that were trying to protect me, but in the process were keeping me small. So when I began to rise quickly in my success in this business, I actually began to pump the brakes. Who am I to shine is what I was thinking. And when I started to find levels of success that I'd never imagined possible, I started to dig my heels in because I was scared. I was scared of success. I was scared of failure. I was scared of the unknown. And I was scared that if I shined too bright or I spoke my truth, I'd be ridiculed. And it was not even a rational fear. It wasn't a conscious fear. Most of the time, I didn't even know I was doing it. But when I rose in this business, I had to face those fears. And in the process, I learned how to face my fears with tenderness and with love. And I learned how to hold them in a way that you'd scoop up a small child who is scared. And what I found on the other side of my fears surprised me. On the other side of my fear, I found my younger self protecting herself. I found a girl that needed love and gentleness. On the other side of my fear, I found the woman I was waiting to become. On the other side of my fear, I found joy and freedom. And I found a life that was unrecognizable to me. I went from cleaning toilets to having a six-figure business. I went from having no free time to myself or time with my family to designing my day around my family and around my passions. And I went from a fear of not knowing how to create financial freedom to retiring our mom, which was a lifelong dream of ours. And I still get scared, and I continue to face those fears with loving kindness. And through this community, I learned that I don't have to do it alone. I learned that by asking for help and by leaning into my community, we're stronger together. I learned that vulnerability isn't a weakness. It creates a lifelong bond. And I learned that it's safe and it's okay to shine my light. And I learned, and I'm still learning, that I don't have to play small. In fact, my community won't let me because they love me too much to let me settle. And in this next chapter of my life, I'm learning how to dream bigger. I'm learning how to shine brighter. I'm learning to love myself through my fears. And I'm learning that it's okay to fail, because when we fail forward, we grow. And when we fall, it's okay because we have this loving community that will catch us. So this is why I'm so passionate about helping others step into their greatness, because if I can do it, so can you. And so I ask you, where have you dimmed your light in order to fit in? Where have you settled? Where have you played small for fear of failure, fear of the unknown, fear of success, or fear of rejection? And I invite you to explore what's on the other side of your fear. Who is waiting for you on the other side of your fear? And what life experiences are waiting for you on the other side of this? And I want to ask you, are you willing to give yourself permission to face those fears with gentleness? And are you willing to give yourself permission to step into the person who is unlimited and capable of creating the life of your dreams? So if any of what we're talking about today speaks to your heart and you want to explore how linking arms with us and creating a residual income stream with Purium could change your life, I just invite you to take a deep breath and be open to exploring the possibilities that may be here for you in terms of making a positive impact in health, in the planet, and in financial freedom. And at Purium, we support individuals who are passionate about health, passionate about connecting to humanity, and who want to make an income and an impact. So I want to pass the mic now to my dear sister, friend, mentor, business partner, Mary, who is a living testament of the type of freedom and transformation that you can experience here through this community and through this Purium economy. So love you, Mary. I want to pass the mic to you.
Well, thank you, Rita, so much. And just thank you for being vulnerable. I'm seeing in the chat people saying, oh my gosh, I can relate to you. And that was a very powerful share. So drop a 1 if you feel that there is power in vulnerability, because I believe that sometimes we think it's our weakness, but it's our greatest strength. And Rita, it's truly been amazing witnessing you expand and grow into this transformation mentor that you are today, and helping people move from that space of maybe weakness or fear into the possibility of what life can create for them. So, many people say that we're in the business of selling organic superfoods, and yes, we are. But as you can tell from Rita's story, we are much more than that. We are really a community, a business dedicated to helping people achieve their utmost potential in health and happiness. And I can speak from personal experience myself. So I'm going to get a little vulnerable too, so you can see my journey as well. Today, many people know me as a transformation mentor, but what many people don't know about me is that back in 2018, I was a heartbroken single mother of a 13-month-old who had never met his father. I was exhausted, dwindling in my spirit, rocked to my core emotionally from being in a 2-year-long separation from my partner due to a really long and drawn-out immigration process that kept us thousands of miles apart. And mostly, I was scared. I was scared I wasn't going to be able to provide a life for my family that I could be proud of. Quite frankly, I was questioning if I had what it takes to be a good mother. And I felt this way primarily because of the financial stresses I was under as a single mom, working multiple jobs and paying for this expensive immigration process. I felt hopeless and like I was failing my son by not being as present as I know I could be with him, because I felt like my mind was always somewhere else. Go ahead and drop a 2 if you can relate. And I remember thinking to myself, there has got to be a way out of this. There has got to be an answer, a way for us to thrive and not just survive. Every night for months, I prayed that I'd find a solution to our financial troubles, be able to bring my husband here to meet his son, and give my family the opportunity to dream again. And that's when Purium fell into my lap. I not only saw an opportunity to start a business from home, but also an opportunity to get my physical and mental and emotional health back on track and reclaim my spirit. I was super intrigued about the idea of partnering with a company that spoke to my core values, so I could share about health and wellness and potentially work my way out of this hustle and grind paycheck to paycheck reality. Was I scared? Yes. Did I have doubts? For sure. Did I contemplate quitting before I even got started? Absolutely. But something inside me told me not to look the other way. Have you ever had a moment when your intuition speaks louder than your fear? Go ahead and drop a 3 if you've had a moment like that. So I knew I had to give this a try. I knew I had to give being a part of this community a try. What did I have to lose? And fast forward to today, 4.5 years later, I am so grateful that I listened to my instinct, that I listened to my gut, because I've now created a 6-figure and growing organic superfood business here with Purium that's positively impacted over 11,000 lives. Just a few months after saying yes to my business, I was able to bring my husband to the United States with the income I had made in those first few months. We now have 3 beautiful children. We recently bought our dream home. We travel as a family, having wonderful in the moment and present experiences together. My husband lives his passion as a West African musician, and we enjoy our lives on our own time and our own terms. And most importantly, I feel more confident than ever in my ability to provide for my family and be the mother I know I was meant to be. So what have I learned? I've learned that the vehicle to achieving our dreams doesn't always look familiar. Sometimes we don't even understand the solutions being presented to us. But when we say yes to our dreams, a path does appear. The most radical transformations arise from stepping into the unknown. Raise your hand if you felt that, or you believe that, or if you've experienced that at some point. So if you're listening to my story and recognizing a piece of you that is ready to take a leap of faith, but you're scared to do so, I see you. And I invite you to stop thinking of all the things that might not work and focus on what will and what could happen if you leaned into your heart leaned into your faith, and a deep knowing that you are supported to create the life you desire. So everything is here for you in this Purium business container if you want it. We have a super simple affiliate program with an easy to share gift code system that allows you to offer life-changing superfoods to your friends, family, and peers at a 25% discount with commissional returns for you for the life of your customers. A partnership with a cutting-edge, environmentally focused, family-owned and operated company that is leading the way in reducing our carbon foot and food print. We are currently 99% plastic-free and helping other companies learn how to adapt our biodegradable packaging for a cleaner future through our Plastic-Free Alliance. There's a passionate community on a global mission to help people eat better, feel better, and live better by achieving more health and financial sovereignty through the means of collaboration versus competition. Easy to follow systems, trainings, and steps to help you build residual income into your life that has no ceiling, but rather an opportunity to build an organization that has extended reach through peer-to-peer sharing and word-of-mouth marketing. A loving and inspiring team to walk you through the process of earning $3,500 just in bonuses available to you in your first 90 days of partnering with us. A mentorship from the person who invited you to this call to help you get plugged into our business support systems and health transformation groups so you can start earning and helping others transform their life right out of the gate. And a journey of personal development that will help you shine and share your unique gifts, stop dimming your light, and find your worthiness like Rita and I have found. So if you are ready to experience a transformation like the ones you've heard in our stories, text your friend who invited you to this call and let them know you are ready to transform. And like I said, even if you're not totally sure what that means yet, but you are done being on hold and ready for some expansion, we are here to go deeper with you and help you discover that next level of your being. Did you know that the average American family, if faced with a $400 unexpected emergency bill, wouldn't be able to come up with the funds? I know the feeling. I've been there, and it's not a pleasurable place to be. But did you also know that another income stream that provides just an extra $400 a month is nearly an extra $5,000 a year? What would an extra $5,000 a year do for you, your family, your dreams? How about 15,000, 20,000, 50,000, or shoots 100,000 to help you create more freedom in your life? With inflation and the instability of the market, I think it's more important than ever that we start building multiple streams of income into our revenue ecosystems. And the amazing thing about Purium is that you can do it on part-time hours. You can work from anywhere. You can make up your own schedule. You can exit the dollar per hour paradigm if you so desire, and partner with a company of individuals who are invested in developing ourselves as successful human beings so we can give and pour into others from a full cup. Purium is on an organic global mission to provide the highest quality superfoods to help people from all economic and social environments attain more freedom in their bodies and their bank accounts. Our community is committed to purity and of product and an income with an impact. So maybe you simply want to sleep better. Maybe like me, you want to come home to yourself and love the person you see in the mirror. Maybe health and fitness have been like a chore for you and it's been about suffering and restriction. And you want your health to be about ease, abundance, joy. Maybe you want to get to the root cause of inflammation, or maybe like me, you want to create a larger impact in the world and be surrounded by an inspiring community that allows you to shine and create more freedom in your life. So raise your hand if you're tired of suffering. Raise your hand if you're ready to empower your health and help others do the same. If you're sick and tired of feeling sick and tired and done being financially restricted, we invite you to join us in a supported lifestyle transformation. Upgrade your health, and if you're feeling called to go bigger, receive a complimentary business pack and link arms with us as individuals and community. It does take work. It absolutely does. It does take an open mind, a willingness to learn, grow, and stretch. But if you are coachable and eager to bring your dreams to fruition, This may be an extremely viable business venture to take a closer look at. If you choose to partner with us, you receive a business mentorship and streamlined turnkey systems that provide you with no ceiling on your income potential. One thing I know is that if it's possible for us, it's possible for you. One of my favorite quotes from Mother Teresa is, "I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across many waters to create a ripple." So if what we have shared with you today has started a ripple in your heart of possibility, reach back out to the friend who invited you and let them know your larger vision. So we want to thank you guys so much for being here today, for hearing our stories. And more than anything, we just wish you the utmost health and abundance in your life. And if we can help bring more of that to your lives, we'd be so honored to do so. So if anyone has any additional questions specifically about our business partnership and you want to go ahead and ask those, we can jump right into your questions in case anyone has some specific questions.